Okay, Rudy here, 19th of November. Welcome to the Daily Ninja Show. If you're new here, welcome aboard. This is where we go through the high risk, high return shares ETF that surround the tank. This guy here, which we use to build a portfolio to ride this resource bull market. If you've never seen him before, I'll leave a vid at the end so you can learn all about him. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so the tank today, pretty solid day, up 1%. If we daily chart, so he's just sitting inside yesterday's down candle. Now, if you're risk averse, you can just not go ninjas and just go the tank. I mean, 4th of August is when he officially became the tank, which I'll show why, and he's been up 25%, so there's no need to dive into ninjas if you don't want to. So VAS, our share market, is now broken the 50 weekly, so that looks pretty sick to me. So this is the tank MVR over VAS. So this is when he became the tank, when I could officially say he's outperforming the VAS. And since then he's outperformed by 25%. So he'd be 25% up if you had done the switch. CBA would want to hold this here, otherwise there's more free fall going. Macquarie Group, that's got more free fall. That green energy thing seems to be blowing them up. ATEC, it's our tech sector, that's in free fall. So I know where I'd rather be. Okay, over to America. Everyone's saying sell. Okay, so we're on a weekly chart here. So technically, like our market's down here, right? Now I know everyone's looking at the daily chart and people are saying, oh, it's dropped below the 50 daily. Ooh. Now this is the thing, if you were trading like a real trader, you would have sold there, lower highs, bang, sell. But well, I'm not trying to, you shouldn't, if you're trying to trade on daily moving averages, then you shouldn't be investing. So the S&P 500 still, technically, it looks fine. Now a big thing that's going to shock, well, so Nvidia, they got their earnings report coming out end of their market close tonight. So that'll probably set the scene. So the Nasdaq, so again, still sitting above the 20. Now I'm not invested in America, so I'm not too concerned, but I'm just trying to give you, I am invested in American commodity stocks, but these big tech companies are growing their earnings. So the backdrop is pretty solid. If they weren't growing earnings, then that would be a reason. Anyway, so VGS, again, still it's still above the 20 weekly average. But again, I did the switch, so the 4th of August. Like if you hadn't made the switch from the tank, you'd be up 16% over VGS. Okay, so let's get into it. The commodities, so starting with gold. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a wedge. So we were on an hourly time frame here, so we're getting a bit micro. But technically we've got a declining wedge, and you know I like declining wedges, which are bullish when broken. So technically you could still come down here, retest and go. So that's that looks pretty good to me. Holding that 4,000, which is what I want. Gold miners are selling into this. Analysts think 4,000 is the floor. That re-rates the gold stocks. So XGD, our gold index, so we're up a bit today, up 2.5. So Northern Star, I'll go back to a weekly because we're investors, not traders. Okay, so Northern Star's fine. I mean, look at that. Oh yeah, I want to show. So this, this is after. So 16th of June, the RERP was created. So what is it? It's a portfolio of ninjas: GDXJ, SILJ, Remix, LitP, Uranium. So all the ninjas I go through. So that's this here. That's this. So if you had to put that portfolio together on the 16th of June, it's up 43%. So it went up to 160. So if you've sort of just joined and you bought in here, then this is this sideways action. Now I could have just said, oh, well, stuff is all it's too late. But the thing is, it's not too late. I'm just trying to get people in. So we're in this consolidation phase. So now's the time. That's what I'm saying. Just buy now before this thing happens again. Okay. So miners. So the gold ETF, gold miners. So again, that's why you want to be buying when they buy. If we look at, just for comparison, this is miners over the tank. So ninjas I expect to outperform the tank in the long run, but you can see here the tank outperformed the miners, but that's going to happen. Okay, GDXJ, so that's the one that's got a whole bunch of our gold miners in it over in America. So again, looks fine. The gold, once that gold price gets going, then this will get going. Okay, so it's the gold boys. So copper. Okay, so this is the copper price. So you can see we're just in a bit of a squeeze here. So you want to be buying when it's down here. So the wire ETF, so it's down at this support area. Again, we're just buying for, just want to buy now rather than chasing. Now this is COPEX, which is the same as wire, but it's on America, but it's just got a bit more history. So you can see we're actually at these resistance levels here, but you can see the copper price is higher than there. So that wire ETF is, this is the same picture as that COPEX. Okay, so some of those, so in the wire, now that I just got that bit out the way, so some of the big holdings in wire, and I've also got little notes here if they're in XMET, because XMET has a number of companies across different commodities, but these are some of the higher weightings in wire. Antofagasta and Southern Copper. So you can see they've always got a bit of, maybe a little bit downside, then go. It's also got Sandfire in it. So BHP was in the naughty corner yesterday because of that UK court ruling. So it's probably just going to go sideways, potentially down here. So they're copper and iron ore. CopJ, so again it's got a bunch of our copper miners and developers, 12 out of 43 to be precise. So again, we're just sitting at these resistance support levels here. So just sit and wait now. Okay, so that's the copper boys. So we've got next the uranium gang. Okay, so spot uranium price just sitting at this 76. As I keep saying, contracts are being written with a floor price of 75 and ceilings of 130. So the utilities will buy, if the spot price drops below, they'll buy it up. So URNM, okay, we're a bit of green today, so we got to be somewhere near a bottom. So Kameko and Kaza, they're the two big holdings in there. So you can see they're down at support. URNJ, bit of green last night. So the holdings in there. So you got UEC, Denison, NextGen, and Palladium. They're the top 4 holdings in URNJ. So they're all hanging on to a bottom here. So just hang in there. Rare earths, so REMX, go to a weekly. So that's fine. If you bought down here, that's fine. So going locally, there we go. Look at that. Buy. This is when you buy. Linus up. MP Materials on support. Now this is the rare earth price, spot price. So you can see it's made a bit of a bottom here. So it's but you can see the price 70,000. MP Materials have been underwritten from the 1st of September to get 100,000 on Trump's deal. So I don't know why it's hanging down here. Anyway, Iluka looks fine, and there's a bit of, I'll just go through our local ones. There's a million of them, but I've sort of just picked the ones that I think aren't just drilling holes, but are somewhere like in development or close to, or so ARU, it's starting to giddy up. ATR, I like this one. Thank you to Mr. Kronk. Really good project, and they're all fully funded. Yeah, have a look. ASM, it's down in support. AHK, VTM, BRE, IXR, HAS, NTU down in support, and WA1. So they raise at 17. So they're the ones that I think have got, like, not just drilling holes. If you know of any other ones that are a bit close to, development or PFS, DFS, let us know. But they're the ones that I reckon look okay. Okay. The lithium, take your medicine. Okay, so Lit P. So this is I'll put out that proving this is the buy. So this is the wedge. These are the wedges that I like, and you buy them. Sometimes they come up and come back and retest and then go. So that's when Lit P was officially a buy. So it's doubled. Would I be buying it now? No. it could keep going up, but yeah, I'd rather buy the other ones that haven't gone up yet. Okay, so Pilbara, so it's hit that resistance level. So again, they either stall, consolidate and wait for the average to come, or they come back down. You got IGO. So similarly, it's hit that resistance level there, so a pullback or consolidation, line down that resistance. So I wouldn't be chasing the lithium gang. Okay, oil to $30 crowd. All right, again, okay, all I keep seeing is declining wedges. So we're on a daily chart here. Again, there's a flag, bull flag. There's your flagpole. There's your flag. That was a try and wipe people out day. They like to play games, take out the stops. Anyway, you can't say that looks bearish. Natural gas, well, it's just finding support here. So there's a nice little tail there, so it's getting bought up. So that flows through to this guy, Woodside, second largest holding in the tank. So we're saying buy, expect to pull back to here, so you might not get that chance. The fuel ETF, so that's your Chevrons and Shells of the world, so that still looks fine. Okay, now I'll go through all our silver stocks too in this one. Okay, so what's my girlfriend up to? Okay, so she's also got another declining wedge break. A bit of it. This is a 1 hourly chart, so you shouldn't be investing on this, but I just get really interested. Anyway, so again, she come back down, and as long as it finds a bottom, then that's fine. But again, it's good. It's holding 50. So, these silver miners have been selling into this silver price since September this quarter. Last quarter they were selling into that. So the sooner people think 50 is the floor, then that's great. So zinc, when you're ready. So he's found a bit of support now. Lead balloon, so he's broken out, so he's coming back and doing a bit of a retest here. ETP mag, well done for those. I know some people have been buying the dips on ETP mag, so that's what you've got to do. Okay, so Silj, got a lot of faith in this girl. Anyway, you just got to buy these levels. Once that silver price goes up, she'll go too. So again, XMET, that's fine. If you bought down here, you're still ahead. So it's got those copper miners and those silver miners in there. So it's just waiting. South 32. Got a weekly chart. Okay, so it's a bit of a wedge there. So it's up, it's come back, finding support. So it looks fine. Alright, so now I thought I'd just go through our ASX babies. These ones that we go through are nothing in comparison to what's in Silj. I'd treat them as, a lot of them as just trading stocks if the silver price runs. Anyway, so we'll look at it daily charts. So we'll go weekly. So poly, so I've grouped them. So poly's the only one who's really producing. They had that explosion. Unfortunately, 2 people died. Just not good. But they're the only ones that really are producing anything. Okay, so in terms of our developers, so these, they're either got starter pits going, or they're going to get into production soon. Anyway, so BHM, BML, MMA. So a lot of them haven't. So I'm showing, because if that silver price goes, these little boys and these little girls will go too. MKR, SVL. So they're sort of the developers. Then we've got guys that are drilling holes where old mines. So they're drilling old mines basically. I should give him a tick. There's the break from the wedge, come back, find support. So AZI, and then we got AVM. Okay, so remember these are all drilling old mines, so it's better than just drilling land. AQI, ASL, and N. And I do like this one, the ones, because a lot of our silver, they got like 40 grams per ton, 50 grams per ton, whereas these guys like over in Chile, they're like 300 plus, not drill hits. This is their resource. Like some of our companies will come out with a drill hit of 350 and think it's good. This is a resource. So when you're sussing out these companies, there's there's the size of the resource, but then there's the grade, obviously, because it's a lot cheaper to mine if you've got a higher grade. Okay, JBY. Oh, what happened to them today? Haven't looked at that. Capital raise, maybe? I'll find out. Anyway. Well, that's the other thing too with these guys, is they're all going to do capital raises. So, yeah. Whereas you're investing in something like Silj, they don't do capital raises. They're making billions of dollars. So, but you could probably make more money if you punted these little specs, pick a doubler if the silver price runs. Or you could lose 50%. The West Coast Eagles. Okay, so they're the ones that are exploring old mines, and then we've got our just explorers. So we've got ARD, ILT, IVR, LDR. Interesting, they sold a project, the Conrad's project, to RCM, which we'll get to. MTH, that buy didn't work out. RCM, yeah, so they sold a project to these guys, RCM. Anyway, and SS1, so they're over in Nevada, and USL. Alright, so that's all our silver babies. If you want to punt on any of those, alright, till tomorrow.